Yo, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I guess I'll be going over why you don't have an edge in the market. Okay, another video might have been a little engagement bait, but I will be explaining a little more in depth on why I don't think people understand the understanding of how hard it is to actually be a trader. I think it is so thrown out online that you can just copy this person or learn this, learn that, and then bam, you have like an instant edge over the market, and you will for the next 10 years. That's just not how it works. Okay, I have a couple points here that I kind of wrote out. I used ChatGPT. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wrote this like fully. I did use ChatGPT to help me kind of format it, maybe add a couple details. So yeah, I don't want people to like come at me. I just wanted to say that. Okay, I don't want people to like, what I'm saying. But I did write some of these points, but I just had ChatGPT kind of format it nice for me and stuff. I got the charts open. I don't know. It just feels right. But essentially, you don't have an edge over the markets. Okay, not because the money making is technically impossible. There's definitely people that do it, but because most people never actually prove they have one, aka an edge over the market. A few winning trades means nothing. And I could even go as far to say even a couple hundred winning trades still means nothing. A good week means nothing. Even a good month can mean nothing. Yeah, I think there's. I guess I'll just touch on this right now. Dude, there are people, especially the people that top and bottom tick, will do good for like 2 months or 3 months, and then just think that they know everything and think that they're better than the other person and start like calling people out and stuff. And yet they don't understand that like they don't have enough data, and then they will completely lose everything and then not know what to do. I've seen it time in and time out. And if you're someone that's watching this video and you do that and you're like thinking, oh my gosh, I hate this littered guy, like he's completely wrong about what he's saying right now, I can assure you not a single thing I've said in any of my YouTube videos is not true. Okay, my video on order flow and high risk to reward, you physically can't debate me on, because it is physically impossible to disregard facts. I'm only stating facts, okay? And reason being, people don't understand this and don't like me online is because I'm stating the facts, okay? As Kanye said, what did he say? People don't like the truth in a world full of lies. Okay, I know it kind of sounds cringy as like a Kanye quote, but like that's the most truth, okay? People don't understand that their 3 months of data is not going to hold up, okay? Their year's worth of data sometimes is not going to hold up. You will have good months that you think, oh, I'll be good for now, but you realize if you want to be a full-time day trader and make a living off of trading, you have to have this data set over years and years and years and years and years. Okay, what are you going to do once you start doing bad? You can't just keep on rinsing firms and stuff, man. Like that's just eventually gonna go away. You have to plan yourself for the future. If you're going to be a full-time day trader, you're not getting benefits. You're not getting, all these other stuff that a regular 9 to 5 job will give you. Okay, you're not going to get social. I mean, I don't think you get Social Security. I'm not really like too into like taxes and stuff like that. But you understand what I'm saying. You don't get just benefits just because you're a day trader. You're not technically under, you know what I mean? Like you're not technically under a company. I mean, it depends what you are. Maybe you're like under an LLC, but either way, that's coming out of your pocket. Okay, there are downsides that people don't talk about to the trading game. Okay, I'll read a little more. Maybe I'll touch back on that in a second. A real edge is something you feel. It's not something you prove. Okay, that is a very true statement. Because I will touch about this on my other video. I got some really nice videos planned. Like I got some really cool videos planned. I'm sorry, I've got a lot going on right now, so it might take long, but it's really because I'm trying to make quality videos and genuinely teach people. I probably won't be posting or even online for the fact of the matter, here in about 2-3 months or so. um, I'm literally just not. Like, there's no reason for me to be online. I'm doing my thing. Okay, I'm really only on here to help people out. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'll leave the YouTube videos up and stuff, but I'm not going to be here. I got a really nice YouTube video coming out of me predicting like the whole week's price action and basically drawing it out before it happens. Like today, I basically predicted everything that would happen here. So it's just something that people can't show you. Um, so hopefully that video should be out maybe Saturday or so. This Saturday of March 18th. Sorry if I'm like kind of yapping or whatever, but let me get back into this. It's something that you prove that's built off intuition, and that's why I started yapping about this, because I will be making a video based on discretion and how to use discretion as your edge. Because discretion is technically just your edge. If you are going to get a purely mechanical model that is going to beat the markets over a long period of time, good luck, bro. Like, you don't understand how hard that is. Like, people physically do not understand how hard that is. You're probably looking at this stuff and thinking the Lux algo is going to make you money, bro. It's not. I promise you that. There's levels to this stuff that people don't understand, and I'm really trying to, bring that point out. The guy Thomas Quant online, he talks about how you can code discretion to a model. I don't agree with that at all. I'll touch more on that in my next video that's based off discretion. But your edge in the market that is going to take you from, being profitable for 3 months and then continually doing that for the next 5 years is your discretion. And it is not going to be top and bottom ticking the markets. I promise you that. Top and bottom ticking literally hasn't been around long enough to have a big enough data set. I don't think people understand how big your data set has to be to understand that you have an edge over the market. There are a lot of people getting exposed online right now. Okay, like TJR. Who else? I don't even know, bro. You just know how many there is. And it's insane because all these people, like FX Alex, bro. I messed with that guy heavy, but I didn't realize that, bro, he's been faking a lot of stuff. It's just crazy, bro. All these people that you're like, look up to really don't do this stuff because of how hard it is. You physically don't understand how hard this stuff is. It's not easy at all. Might seem easy, but it's really not. Okay. But yeah, even like people like PB Trading, I'm not going to say that they're essentially fake because I know that they are like real in a sense, but people are always fabricating the truth, and you have to understand how much damn money those people make off their course. Okay. That is their main source of income. Okay. I just want to kind of touch on that for a second too. I'm kind of just going on like a lecture right now. That means a large sample size, clean data, and results that hold up after losses, fees, slippage. I don't think people account for that a lot, which you definitely should. And changing market conditions. Okay, this is something that I will also touch on in another video that I have coming up about alpha decay. I know people talk about decay. That's just completely fake. Okay, that's something that is literally just not even true. Market conditions are of course going to change, but overall banks and institutions have to place their orders in the same areas to get filled. So there is technically an algorithm. Okay, in my opinion. I'm not going to say that's a fact. That is my opinion. I believe that there's an algorithm in the market. There's people that don't. There's people that do. But you have to understand the people in banks that have to get filled with their large orders and make big money have to follow certain terms in order to get their orders filled in order to move the markets. Okay, so they have to follow certain conditions, and that's the algorithm. Okay, you can debate me on that if you want. I probably won't agree with you, but of course I'm always open to hearing stuff. I'm open-minded, as you should be as well, especially if you're a day trader or whatever trader. But most traders never get that far. They see it work up a few times, get excited, call it an edge before they have enough proof. This is 100% what you don't understand. There's many mentorships that just don't have this, like, that you don't understand. These people selling mentorships don't have this. They physically don't. It's just not even true. You can barely name me a single one that does. There's literally not, because most people that have true edges over the market are physically just not teaching. They're not on Discord. They're not on Telegram, whatever your chatting services. They're just not on there. Okay? Of course, there's going to be people, but we'll see how they hold up in a couple years. Your mentor, whoever's mentoring you, you're going to see how they're doing in 2-3 years. Of course, if they're faking stuff, which, to be honest, in this day and age, they're more than likely not going to be doing well. You'll see. If you don't believe me now and you're calling me a liar, you will damn see. It's just how it goes, bro. Since most traders lose, a smart assumption is I have an edge, and I probably don't, unless data clearly proves I do. I don't know what the hell that's trying to say. I'm pretty sure that's what ChatGPT added in. Basically, yeah, people just don't understand. I've already touched on that a little bit. The truth is, nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear the truth because you want to live in a delusion. Okay? You watching all these other mentors and stuff like this is not going to teach you shit. The truth is the stuff that you're throwing outside, and you have to be an open-minded. That's why I talk about this so much. If you want to be a day trader, you have to be open-minded. What mentor is going to essentially tell you the stuff that I'm telling you now? Nobody, because they're trying to sell you stuff. Okay? This is why I'm really trying to push these videos out to people. Right now, I guess it's a good time to say I would really appreciate if you guys liked and subscribed to this YouTube channel, because I think more people need to hear this, and I couldn't care less about subscribers or likes, but that is going to help push the algorithm to help people hear the truth. Okay, so I would really appreciate if you guys did that. Let me make sure I'm recording, because, okay, good. This has happened to me like 4 times where it just wasn't recording. Yeah, nobody wants to hear the truth, man. It's crazy. Nobody's going to tell you, hey, you realize that you're not going to get benefits in the future when you quote unquote want to retire. If this trading shit doesn't work out, you literally are just cooked, bro. Like, it's insane. You don't have benefits. You don't have all this other stuff. You're relying on the government. And matter of fact, most traders aren't from the USA, and they don't have benefits from, people. So if that's you, I would highly, 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 highly consider a plan B. I know people talk about plan A only, but bro, be realistic with yourself and don't cuck yourself. Okay? An edge is not a few wins. An edge is essentially intuition that you have tested, repeated, proven. Okay? You are able to adapt to market changes. I've adapted to many, many, many market changes and learned a lot. That's why I feel like, not trying to brag or anything, that I feel like I'm probably better than most of the other people, because I have an open mind in trading. That is the key, is having an open mind and understanding markets are changing, edges are changing, people are liars, that kind of stuff. Okay? If you can't prove it, you probably don't have it. Okay? That's just a little bit of truth there, okay? Here's an even harder version if you want more punch. Okay, like I said, I did not read over the ChatGPT thing that it gave me. So yeah, y'all can laugh at me. Oh look, it even gave me a super short title in the video. If your edge is real, it should survive. Yo, I'm not fucking reading that. My bad, y'all. I didn't realize it said all this. But anyway, I'd say that this is good. Okay, you can screenshot this, post it, take what you want from this information that I've given out. But I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to think of like other stuff to say. I feel like this YouTube video should kind of open you guys up. If you were to take one thing from this video, it would just be to have an open mind, man. I don't really care what you do. It really does not matter to me. I'm doing my thing, and I also think that you really should not give a shit what is happening about online. Okay, TJR got exposed. I had like 8 people contact me and be like, you recommended his boot camp. Like, you suck. Or like, I don't know if they said you suck essentially, but they were like, why are you recommending? Bro, have an open mind. People can still teach stuff, and still suck. Okay, I still recommend the TGR bootcamp. You can say what you want. It is good information and it's good motivation. It might not be as well now because of the stuff that has came out about him. But guys, have an open mind. Understand that he might be faking stuff, but you can still learn information. ICT still is, bro. He's fake too. I'm not gonna lie. You guys don't understand how many fake people there are and how much false information there is. You can still learn information and still stuff to implement. But I'm working on other videos right now to understand true edge in the market. And literally the only true edge that you are going to be able to find is going to be building your own strategy. And I honestly think that I will be the one of the only people that that is teaching this on YouTube or just in general. I really don't think that there's people teaching that other stuff. Okay, so I hope you guys look forward to that. Again, please like and subscribe so this can get pushed out to more people. And yeah, I really, really, really have some cool YouTube video ideas before I leave and kind of log off the internet. And yeah, I would really look forward to that. How to build your own strategy, because that is the only way to essentially get an edge over the market. And also, one thing I'll say before I go is if you want a mentorship, please, please, please take a look at your mentor and who he is. One thing, I'll say it right now, mentorship called Wicked. Every single one of you guys in there need to look what your mentor is doing and understand your edge over the market over a long period of time. I can tell you damn right now, every single person in there is not going to have an edge over a long period of time. Okay, you can say what you want. I'm probably going to get banned from the server for saying that I paid for, but I really don't care. I'm trying to help the people out, understand your probabilities, and yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Look forward to some of my new videos coming out, and peace out.